Everyone, this is Bart and Stacy from the Sound Couple, and it is 1:45. We are headed off to a wedding. Stacy is coming off of a night free. Bart is on now day 2 of gigs, 2 of 3, and so we'll see how much fun this is.
Yeah, because I think you got about 5 hours more sleep than I did. So we'll see how we're doing, and we'll see how well I stayed cheery and bright. And we have another gig tomorrow, which you will stay tuned for that. Okay, we're back at a room that we've been. I think it's been about a year, and this room can be a challenge. Not only is it haunted, it can be acoustically challenging. However, I think as we've noted in a past couple of gig logs, the drummer, bar none, kind of really sets the tone for how, I'll call it mixable a room is, because it really goes in different stages. There's this overall volume and kind of the threshold or where you want to keep things. Well, if the band is just over the top and you're just basically pulling down all the faders, I call that damage control. You're not mixing, you're just trying to keep a lid on it. And then the acoustics of the room play such a big part of it, and the players all contribute to that threshold you're trying to maintain. Today, I believe, Stacy, we're going to be able to mix this room because first and foremost, the drummer. Second of all, we have the majority of the band on in-ears. We'll be running 4 in-ear mixes, including the singers, which...
Ooh, yeah.
I didn't know. We did on our email and they said, hey, we'll take ears. And I'm like, hey, that's great. So today, the only people that'll be on ears is the drummer.
No,
but
not on ears.
Or not on ears is the drummer and then the horn section. So I think we'll be bringing out three wedges. The other thing I just wanted to quickly mention is you've noticed that we've gone through our videos. We're doing a lot of cold starts. We're not really sure that there's no sound checks, nothing like that. The one thing you don't see that we're constantly doing or frequently doing is, number one, we're doing a lot more advancing with the band. So what do you need? This is the plan. Let us know. Is anything different? Do you need anything else? So on and so on. The other thing that I'm doing, and it goes back to a video we did really early on, Stace, and that is setting up your scenes and presets. I am behind the scenes frequently updating our presets, learning, adjusting our template. So we are dialing in these gigs closer and closer as I'm making these broad brushstrokes of saying, okay, this is where the monitor mix limiters should be. This is where the EQs should be. And getting ourselves between probably the 40-yard lines, if that makes sense. So we're taking this and we're going right to there before the gig even starts. And then when the gig starts, it's just a matter of fine-tuning. But that is something that is the key to our success. Getting the band on in-ears, giving them control, and dialing in our presets so we can cold start a band, and within just a minute or two, and our phone is ringing. It's the drummer. Hold on a second. But those are the keys to the success, and today I think will just be another example how we continue to really tune this in. We'll see you at the gig, everybody. Well, this should look a little bit familiar to everybody. If it doesn't, we'll link back to the video so you can do a nice compare contrast. I think one of the big differences today, Stacy, we may be in a different part of the room, but we just confirmed that there is no stage. So that'll be different. I don't really care as long as they're not squeezing us too bad. But yeah, let's see what we're in for. And it's a lot cooler. I remember it was really hot that day, remember? Yep. See, as your memory is faltering as you get older. The one thing, so we're in the same spot, but there's no stage. And if you look at that last video, those staging guys showed up. Yeah, they were nice, but they were pushing to get out of here. We won't have to deal with that tonight. So that is the one bonus of not having the stage.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember, but we did at that one gig, we did 2 panel lights. We mounted one on the speaker and
Right.
one on the pole. Oh, you're saying like...
Wait, one on the speaker, one on the pole.
Yeah. We did that one time, and I forgot about it, and sounds like you forgot too. That's something we've done. Are you following me? Katie prefers a boom, so we just probably need two straight stands, one for MC, and we just get these out of the way.
Yep.
Yeah, I think this feels familiar too. I always like it when the drums are set up, and then we can kind of just...
It actually makes things a lot easier.
Yep. And we can kind of hear how they interact with the room, and it helps that I'm a drummer too, so I kind of know what most would like. And I can get levels set, and we've worked with Josh enough that we know.
Yep.
Sometimes he can be a little picky.
I find it ironic. The last time we were here, he was the drummer.
Yeah, he's the right drummer for this room.
Yeah.
We got a drummer that fits the room. Okay. And then we're going to put you back here.
Yeah, great.
Well, we are, just at least
I
for
know.
line checks. Check, 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 check. 2, 2, 1, 2. Check, 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 check. 2, 2. Check, 1, 2.
Bring these extra water glasses back and stuff. Everything's done.
It's taken me a long time to realize something. You know what that is?
No, what is it?
I really like off-site ceremonies. Because the room is quiet.
Yes.
We can get our work done. It doesn't feel so stressed sometimes. So it's 4:36. I don't think we really need to be ready until about 6 o'clock. I think guests are going to be arriving, but they're going to be somewhere else. And we made great time. And Stacy's turning off the dongles. We tested all the lights. We did a line check. We did the drums. Pretty good efficiency, I think. I only had to make one run back out to the truck. So let's go over what we're doing here. We got, as I mentioned earlier, we got the drums with the monitor. This will be bass and he'll be ears. We got the two singers right here. They'll be ears. We got 2 packs for them, or a pack each. The drums will be on monitor, the horns will be on monitors. The bass and keyboard will be ears. So we'll have what are we doing? Putting the keyboard?
Keyboard right there.
And then guitar player right over here. And 3 vocals, the 2 singers, and then the drum. And we got a really under control rhythm section tonight. So this will be good. And we got some storage. We packing up. So are we ready to take things backstage?
Yes, we are.
And how do we get over there, do you think? Through the hallway? We gotta go around the long way. I think right here is good. One of the things that we've been talking about for a long time is after the famous issue where my Bluetooth or my USB died on the Grand March, and we failed to have, and I was scraping for the backup. Long story short, we've gone with Spotify, but Spotify has changed a little bit as far as how they're remote controlling. It seems like the phone ends up controlling the computer, and I used to be able to control them separately. So what I'm doing now is this phone's connected Bluetooth. I put it in the airplane mode to turn off everything so the computer and the phone are independent. If I have a failure on the computer, I got my backup Bluetooth right here, the Angry Bird. And so we're set tonight. I think we had one a couple weeks ago where
It was
Spotify
close, right?
changed the
Yep.
way their apps between the phone and the computer work. And we ended up, the phone was kind of a remote control for the computer, and it was throwing me all off. So I spent some time at home figuring it out. The safest bet is download it on the phone, download it on the computer, and then put the phone in airplane mode. Done.
assume everybody can hear me. Well, hey, my name is Eric. I am part of the band, the crew that's going to get everybody moving tonight. But before we jump to that, we got to eat. We should probably drink a little bit more. For our ushers, we've got Sam, Marcus, Joel, and Henry. Pick up the noise here. Make some noise for our couple of the evening. Please welcome Mr. and Mrs.
But our feet eventually became calloused. We leave track early very often to walk home, talk about the terrible day that we had. And of course there was longboarding.
I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. Basically, I just want to say, Jen, you make Adam a better person, and
Hey Matt, do you hear a little buzz coming out of your ears? Is that coming through the ears at all?
Let's give a round of applause to our bride and groom. Come on.
We are on break. It is 9:40. The in-ears, I got we're using we're using 2 units split, 4 channels total. So left and right. So four mixes total. And then out of our PSM 300s, we're running into here. So then we're combining all 3 units into 1 antenna. And without our paddle antenna, probably shouldn't have needed it in here anyways. We're getting a new one, it's getting replaced. I think, maybe selectively using it, and this is actually good for us to be testing the omnidirectional antenna here, and it's working out great tonight. We're able to actually mix this room tonight, which is nice. People are having a good time, and we had a bizarre thing earlier from the drummer. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, it's a good time so far. Stacy, I don't know what you're doing.
Surfing.
Okay. Surfing.
Yeah, come on. Who's ready to jump with me?
It's 12:01 and Stacy's sucking wind, right? Okay. I think that's a yes. I think we're clear. These are, at least it's easy because these are easy to see. We don't have anything. We got everything out of the storage, right?
Yes, we did.
Okay. All right. Then it's just packing up the truck.
It's 12:56. We've been chit-chatting away here. So
We were talking about music and
Yeah.
we were talking to the band tonight, and I would say at least in the Twin Cities of Minnesota, everybody, music is alive and well because everybody is slammed busy right now with 2-3 gigs. I know Stacy and I, we got another one tomorrow, and then boom, we're right into the next weekend. It's just like a blessing and a curse because we like the job, we like the bands, we like the money's good, and it's but on the other hand, it's we're just rolling into these weekends and never catching a breath. Anyway, but that's a good problem to have, right? So tonight was exactly what I called, and I think you were thinking, is that we conquered this room. We got this room back tonight, and it was a good night. First of all, we never really got to interact with the staff before or really had anything to do. And just a shout out to them because they were really nice. I don't know, sometimes I just don't expect that. So that was nice. The loadout is great.
Well, not only were they nice, they were super accommodating.
They were super accommodating. They were well lit for loadout. The doors, you push them open, they lock open. We're not having to bang things around. We like that place now with the right band. They also left us a good spot, enough space to set up. Stacy and I think we called it right. We didn't really talk about it, but it can be a little bit, I don't know, of a puzzle trying to get the space we need without being impeding on the guest space. And we talked a little bit about that with the manager. Thank them for giving us the room we needed. We felt comfortable. Everything was just kind of working. We were able to mix the room. It's still not a great sounding room, but we were able to get that through, get the mix through good. The wedding, they were nice. Everybody had a good time.
Well, Bart, it does help when people actually stay in the room and fill it with bodies.
That's true. The bodies help. Oh, one comment. Because I said I would comment on it. What was the drummer smoking tonight? I don't know.
What do you mean?
Well, he comes up, he's like, is there anything that can be delayed? This room has some really weird frequencies, some low end swoops and rumbles, a lot of slap back on the walls. I could just hear it. And he was wondering if like I had some sort of delay like on his monitor, and I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? There's some digital delay. You can set up a bus mix delay, and maybe I'll go back and check that. But I'm like, go up and talk into your mic. And he had his monitor there, and I'm like, do you hear any delay? And he's like, I don't hear it. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. But that was a whole weird conversation. He did mention at the end of the night when he kind of hit harder that it kind of overruled a little bit or brought up the presence in the room, and then he didn't hear it. I think he was just hearing some slapback on the wall and maybe some other kind of weird frequency things. So anyway, it was kind of funny, but just bizarre. Good night, Stace. I think that was it. Anything else?
Great way to end the night.
Great way to end the night. We're tired. We're going to be back at it tomorrow, and we will see you guys at the next gig.